think that anyone always needs a mentor, a therapist, or someone, again, to be a sounding board and to continue to grow. Because look, life is an evolution. We continue to grow as long as we're here. And so you're always going to have questions when you reach certain points in life. And you're going to want to turn to someone and go, hey, am I crazy? Or, you want to have that power where somebody understands that and be able to help guide you as well. So again, there's never a point where you reach and you're done. As long as you're here and alive, you're growing. So you definitely need to surround yourself with people like-minded, exactly what Christ promotes and what biblical principles are. Surround yourself with like-minded people and feed off of them. Iron sharpens iron, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. So absolutely, positively, you can never walk solo on this earth. It's not possible. Yeah. And if you try, well, we all know what happens.
Yeah. Can you give us some tips as to how to hypnotize yourself? You talked about that a couple times.
Sure. So the way to do it is there's a formal way to do it. But again, we're doing it all day long. So why not understand the formal way of doing it? It's pretty lengthy because it is a process. Now I basically can hypnotize myself within 5 minutes because, again, it's like going to the gym. It's like building muscle. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So now I just say a basic word and I go into my self-hypnotic state and I'm able to focus and do whatever it is I need to do to tap into that personal power to get what I need. But to basically break it down, you can also go to the website. There's information on there on how to do it and what you need to do. But it's a basic, like a 20-minute thing that you have to do to condition yourself. Once you get to that point, you can get as good as me where you refine it to be a word and boom, you're in that hypnotic state where, so it's not an easy process to just describe, but good question.
What kind of things do the celebrities come to you to fix?
Same thing as anyone else. Mm-hmm. They have the same issues. They're human beings. And so a lot of it, though, I will say in the industry is addiction. It's pretty heavy, because there's a lot of pressure. And so people turn to, smoking, not just cigarettes, but it goes beyond that. There's prescription abuse, there's alcoholism. So a lot of it is focused on that. But it's pretty much what everyone else is battling with in our world, especially now with the stress and anxiety and all the stuff that's going on, especially after the pandemic. People are stressed out. There's a lot of anxiety. And now there's a big push for a lot of people proclaiming, Miss America just gave up her crown because of mental health. She feels she's not capable of maintaining her title, so she stepped down. So there's a lot of that mental health with the newer generation of they feel they're not connected. They don't feel that they're accepted. There's so many things that come with it. And this is a great interview too, because we're in the month of mental health. So this is perfect. But so with the industry, it's mostly all of that because there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of different things that really happen. But it's no different than the common regular person like you or me who is calling me. It's the same issues. They're people and they have people issues. There is, again, issues that are above and beyond because it comes with the job description and the pressures of who they are. So it is slightly different, but not tremendously different, where it's like, oh, you're a whole different person. We're all people. We all have the same issues. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which celebrities have you treated?
I can't tell you that, but I can tell you.
That's right.
because again, my work is, all therapists' work is confidential.
Sure.
Right. But if you do go to the website or you go to my YouTube channel, see, I get the benefit because I've been in so many TV shows and talk shows and everything. You can see a lot of the celebrities that I've worked with or that I've been able to talk about because they were there. So yeah, if you're curious, go check it out. There's a lot of them there. So yeah.
What's the website, Kevin?
My website is hypnotist.com.
Hypnotist.com.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. How the hell did you get that?
Yeah, that's my retirement account, Mike. That's what I always tell people. That's like a McDonald's.com, right? So,
When did you buy
because
that? Before the internet?
well, so again, I'm a little bit older than you, Mike, and again had the foresight back in those days to understand what was coming. Because again, like I told you, my mind works differently than a lot of people. I'm always interested in learning, understanding, seeing what's going to come 5, 10 years down the road. And so when all of this was coming about, I kind of saw the writing on the wall, and I said to myself, I probably need to start buying. And I just don't own that one. I own a lot of other real estate in that, internet domain world where it's very lucrative. And it's like trading Bitcoin, right? But no, I own hypnotist.com, and I'm going to spell that. Why? Because even when I type it in, when I need to go there to check what's going on with the webmaster and if he's doing his job or whatever, I end up typing the wrong thing sometimes. Now, do I own the wrong thing? Yes, because it'll redirect you. But the formal way of doing it, because a lot of people think there's an I in hypnotist, right? No, it's HY, P as in Paul, NOTIST.com. So hypnotist.com. I recommend everyone to go there. There's a lot of great information on there. It is an intense website, and it's designed very, very specifically that way because a lot of people have a lot of questions, especially after interviews like this, and they really want to try and understand a little bit more. So I really opened that whole site up, not only about me and the work that I do, but you can learn and educate yourself on a lot of the applications of how to do hypnosis, what this really is about. There's a Q&A on there with the most common questions and a lot of great information. And any new information that I get, I put it on the website. So it becomes a huge resource site. And it's just not about me. It's about what and why hypnosis does what it does.
Any chances that sessions there can be some backfire where you don't really know where things could go?
No. So if I can understand that a little bit, and this will go with the question about 40 minutes ago, right? What did we start out with? The pushback. What was it called?
Stigma.
What was that?
Stigma. The stigma.
Stigma.
Yeah,
that's the stigma. Will I get stuck in hypnosis? If I go into hypnosis, will I end up going down another rabbit hole and create another issue because of it? So that's kind of like the same question you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah. So no, the answer is no. Because again, you have to remember this. Once you're in the hypnotic state, you're in full control. It's not the hypnotist. I know it appears to be, but you're really trusting, just like any other therapist, you're trusting the hypnotist and the environment, and you're allowing yourself to go on the journey of where you need to go. And the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the better you feel with the hypnotist or the hypnotherapist. And so you start to explore all of those deep, dark secrets that you don't tell anyone, but you self-talk to yourself every day, and how it continues to block you. And once you get past that and you find somebody you can work with and who can really guide you to where you need to go, this is when now things really open up and you explode, because now you've reached your maximum potential and you can go beyond. And you don't even know what that is until you get to that point. And even I don't know, but I've watched amazing growth with people from addiction and just completely checked out and self-sabotage to unbelievable billionaires, millionaires, if that's how you want to set the precedence of gauging levels of success in the world. I don't personally, but this is how the world does this. That's why I'm speaking in those terms, where we have, if you become a billionaire and you have a successful family and money and everything, then you've reached the pinnacle of life. That's not true.
Right.
But okay. Can we help get you there to remove the blocks? Absolutely. This is what I do a lot, especially with the sports figures. Okay. Sports figures, they have it's all mental game. I don't care what game it is. It's all mental. So they have these blocks when they start to get into a professional game that prohibit them from, again, excelling with their talents of what they were hired to do for that particular team, right? And here's another great thing. Mike Tyson, who I don't know if everybody's aware of, but he's got a big fight coming up on Netflix. And Mike, I've always known this, but he's just released it because I don't think he's ever really spoken about it in any interviews. But just 2 days or 3 days ago, he had an interview with somebody just like you, by the way. And he said basically, look, I've been going to a hypnotist and I've been doing hypnosis since I was 14.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. You know, I think the other stigma is that people think you're just going to walk around like a mummy. You know, like you're in this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's
like
what you see on TV.
Yeah.
Walking around blanked out. The recent movies that just came out, they were all zombied out.
Yeah.
You're a zombie. Because again, even when you see a comedy stage hypnosis show, people look like they're zombied out, right? But they're not. They're just relaxed. They're just in that state, that alpha state, where it's the ultimate high, where you just have no inhibition. You just really don't care. You're just really in the zone. And that's where everybody wants to be.
Absolutely.
So why not do it naturally instead of, trying to supplement it with drugs and alcohol and all this stuff that's out there. And so, you get it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Kevin, what did you want to be as a kid?
I wanted to be a sportscaster since I was a boy.
Oh, as a kid, that was your goal. Interesting.
that was the whole thing. I always wanted to be on television doing the sports or just being an anchor. That was my whole thing. Ever since I was a boy.
You and I have a lot in common, man. I remember driving with friends or my parents, and I listened to sports radio, and I was a kid, and I'd be like, man, this is the dream job. You get to talk sports all day, and I get paid to do it. This is the dream gig. Yeah.
Yep. And that's, and again, look at you. You've got your own podcast now. You're doing your thing. And I don't know what you do outside of this, but, you're doing it and you're fulfilling your personal dreams. Again, it's successful. It doesn't matter what you're going to try and compare yourself to, whoever's doing whatever they're doing. You're still doing what you're doing. And look, you contacted me. You got a big leaguer coming in. You're doing your thing, man, and you're doing it the way you want to do it, and you're fulfilling that ultimate destiny of what you want to do. And it can turn into your your full-time job and your main supplementary income. I don't know, but you're still doing what you're doing. And that's why I tell people you have to put that first foot forward to be able to get where you want to go. Remove the fear, remove the phobias, remove that little voice inside your head that's stopping you. And then you not only have that pressure, but you have the world who is always negative. And sometimes even our own internal families, without them even knowing it, are not promoting or helping you to continue to do what you feel that you're being guided to do in life and what your role and purpose is on this earth, right?
Yep.
And so you're doing it, man.
Yep.
And so that's what I encourage everyone to continue to do. Doesn't matter what level. Stop comparing yourself. Stop judging. Just do what you feel is in your heart and let the mind take over that connection, the mind-body connection. You're able to succeed for where you want to be. And the rest is on God, because that's all God's plan.
Yep.
In the end of the day.
Yeah, I love it. Got some weird questions from the IG friends. You wanna check some of these out?
Who's the IG?
The Instagram. Yeah, I put out a little thing yesterday, and I'm like, "Hey, you guys got questions for a hypnotist?" And so the first one was, "Have you ever taken advantage of others by hypnosis, and in what way?"
Not possible. Not possible. Again, that's that stigma that comes with hypnosis, where people think that once somebody's hypnotized. See, here's the thing. Once you're hypnotized, you're more in control than you are now in a conscious state of mind. So, for example, my office is in Beverly Hills, and it's on the second floor. And so there was construction going on 4 blocks away. So if you were to stand there in front of my office, you wouldn't know there's construction. It's 4 blocks away. When you go into a hypnotic state, like I said, all of your senses become increased and amplified by 10 times. So people who go into hypnosis start hearing voices and conversations that are happening, not in the building, not in my office, but 4 blocks away with the construction workers. Why? Because you're more in control in a hypnotic state than you are in a natural conscious state of mind. So the hypnotist cannot make you do something or take advantage of you like you see. There's news stories, there's it's always these foreign countries where a hypnotist took advantage of somebody. It's all nonsense. All of it is nonsense. If I was to try and program you, or even myself, if I was to try and walk into my local bank right now and go in there and hypnotize all of the tellers to take the money, put it in the back trunk of my car, and I can go home and I have all the money I need. Not going to happen.
Right. Right.
So again, that's one of those stigmas, but that's a great question because again, this is how we're programmed to think through TV and the movies about what hypnosis is and what that hypnotist, male or female, because there's lots of female hypnotists out there too, and they're very good about what it is that, once I do it, are you going to have am I going to divulge secrets? Am I going to tell you something I wouldn't normally tell you? That's another one. Yeah. So good question.
We talked about it a little bit, anxiety. This person actually, they want to know if it's really possible because I think they've got some serious anxiety issues. You can actually help somebody with anxiety.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing lately for the last 3-4 years now, because again, the pandemic really put everybody into that over processing, anxiety, stressful mode, and it's still going on. And there's still a lot of repercussion from that time as well, where people haven't healed. And so absolutely positively, this is one of the most powerful tools to alleviate or eliminate anxiety and stress in your life, where you are controlling it and you're the master over it and it's not controlling you.
An interesting one. Somebody asked if it could be a placebo.
Now we test. That's an excellent question, by the way, because yes, let me try to explain that as best as we can. Okay, because I was in that frame of mind when I was a student studying this, right? Placebo. So how I pushed the envelope back in the day when I was again young student studying, where I felt let's try to commit a murder under hypnosis. So we took the most somnambulistic person who would instantly go into hypnosis and look like everything you see on TV in the movies or in a comedy stage hypnosis show. This person at the snap of a finger would go into hypnosis, and you're thinking, wow, I can do anything with this person. So we pushed the envelope with this particular person, me and a couple other students, because this is how we thought back in those days, where we programmed them and we worked with them for like 25, 30 minutes, deeply giving every suggestion possible, deeply hypnotizing, all this stuff. And basically the suggestion was, you're going to get up out of this chair. You're going to walk exactly 10 steps forward and take this paper knife and basically stab the chair approximately 30 times. And in your mind, you're going to think that's the worst person in your life where you just want to eliminate them. Something to all of that effect, right? So we do all this work. We get them in. We're excited. We're thinking, oh, this is going to work with this placebo. So we go, wide awake, go. Guy wakes up and he goes, I'm not going to do any of that. What do you mean? He goes, I had a great little nap, by the way, and I feel really good, but I'm not a killer. I'm not a person who's going to stab anybody. And even the placebo of thinking about that, because I did think about people that I dislike, but not to the point where I would want to, do something or harm to them. So there is some placebo, just like in a medical field, there is some placebo. Can it be used? Yes and no. It's pretty complex to really talk about on a program like this. It's something you really have to look into, but there's a yes and no to that.
And I don't think it's necessarily bad. I don't think it's bad. I think
no, not at all.
Yeah, I think
not at all.
If the mind is very powerful, as you know, and if a placebo effect can help the mind steer you the right way in your life, hey,
Right.
you'll take it all day.
Right.
You'll take it all day.
And in psychology, if you take a basic psychology class, that's the first thing you're going to learn about is placebo. And they talk about the little pill and how they gave one study group the pill and the other study group not the pill. And they came up with the numbers. And is it effective? Yes, absolutely. Because again, why is it effective? Because what you tell your mind to do, it's going to do. So if I tell you that this little white pill, and if you take this little white pill every single day, you're going to lose weight. There's nothing in the pill. It's a sugar pill. But that placebo will work because you allowed your mind to believe that that's what's going to work. Absolutely, positively.
Right.
So again, good timely questions, by the way, because I was just watching an interview with Ricky Lake, who basically, we're talking about placebo. She struggled with her weight, just like Oprah. Up and down, tried everything possible. She went through the whole gamma of everything. Nothing ever worked. So she goes to her doctor, and the doctor says, look, if you want to lose weight, you have to take this particular drug. It's not Ozempic or anything, the new stuff. This is, back in the day. So she goes, I don't want to take drugs. I want to do this the natural way. And so here we are with a perfect example of mind over matter, where she basically, the doctor said, you're never going to lose the weight. Now that's a negative suggestion, by the way, especially from an authority figure, which is not good. But being who she was and the person that she is, she basically said, I'm going to overpower this. Now she basically laughed it off as I like challenges, and she gave that kind of an explanation. But the personality and the character of the individual said basically, no, I can do this. No doctor's going to tell me what I can and can't do. So here's your placebo, where she took it and said, I'm going to do this now. And she did. And she was able to lose it. And she's very successful. And that was what the whole interview was really about, because that's the newest push right now with weight loss, Ozempic, and the drugs. Oprah promoting stuff on a national television program about drugs and all this craziness. And so you can do all of that with your mind. Because the thing is, once you get off the drug, and it's the same thing. We didn't get too deep into it with the smoking either, but same thing with the smoking. As soon as you get off the patch, the pill, whatever, guess what's going to happen? You're going back to it. Why? Because you haven't programmed the most powerful part, the programming system. The 88%, your computer system still knows the information. Just because you masked it with a Band-Aid doesn't mean it's gone. It's just a temporary fix. You have to program the mind. So back to Ricky Lake, she basically said, this is what I'm going to do. She made up her mind and set forth to do what she had to do. Yeah. And that's it. That's what it all comes down to with everything. It's to power the mind and what choices and what you're going to do with that. Yeah. But you need the tools, and hypnosis is that tool.
Quick advice for somebody who doesn't like to fly and has claustrophobia.
Oh, wow, that's the easy stuff. They need to call me. Call me. I get that all the time. Yeah. Fear of flying, absolutely. Fear of small spaces is the same thing. That's why they don't fly, because they don't want to get inside the tube. And the tube is, pressured air and all that. Call me. Call my office. We'll get you on track of where you need to be. Because again, you probably have to travel for your business, and it's prohibiting you from being successful. So give us a call. That's easy stuff in hypnosis. A lot of the stuff we've been talking about is easy. I guess easy for me because I've been working on it or with it for many, many years, but I'm not known for those things. In the beginning, I guess I was, and that's how the word got out in the industry, because there was a lot of smokers, a lot of addiction, all that. But for me, do I still do those? Yeah, that's the easy stuff now for me. But I really got known for pain management in a lot of different areas of in dentistry with TMJ, and so that's where things really started to explode, where people go, oh, you got to go see this guy. So the fear of flying and all that, call my office. Nice. We'll get you set up.
Best way to get in contact with you? Through the website?
Hypnotist.com.
Okay.
Go to the website. Right there's a contact form. There's also we have 24/7 chat box where you can chat with somebody, set up an appointment. There's a phone number. There's all different ways to get a hold of me. Go to the social media. I'm on all the platforms. There's a lot of different ways to get a hold of me, and I will contact you. It's me personally. You're not going to get my assistant or something like that. I'm always interested in the one-on-one and helping people to get where they need to go. Because again, that was me. I was that guy. And so I don't want to get to a point where, I just passed you off to somebody else and all that. No, I still personalize people who want to come to me. And I'm also affordable because a lot of people go, well, you're that guy, so I can't afford you. Call my office. We work with everyone who wants to work with themselves because I'm going to teach you and show you how to do that.
What would be a going rate, Kevin?
Passion.
What is your going rate?
For a single session, it's around $275, $300.
That's good.
Absolutely fair.
That's extremely fair. To change your life and something that's hindering you from living? Are you kidding me?
Absolutely. There's therapists out there charging more than me. And believe me, I get flack for it every day from my management team because I've become the guy globally. And they go, you should be doing, $5,000, $10,000 sessions and all this nonsense. And I go, that's moving away from the core of what I started doing and why I'm doing this. And so as long as I'm going to be able to continue to do it, I'm going to do it that way because it's not about that. It's about helping people to help themselves and teaching people to do that because that was me. And look, I'm still that guy. We just talked about this. Life is an evolution and we continue to grow. And so we need constant tools to keep up with the demand of what the changes are all of the time. And so, yeah.
If they're out of the country or state, you just go via Zoom if they can't get to Beverly Hills?
Yeah. Zoom. A lot of the work that I do is right over the phone.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And I was one of the pioneering guys back in the day. And I got a lot of flack for this from my colleagues, a lot of pushback from the industry because I was doing things unorthodox. So when the pandemic hit and it came out now the term of telemedicine, I was doing telemedicine long before it was even called telemedicine because the demand of my work, again, the word got out. People want, of course, when you're successful, people want a taste of that because they want to change their lives too. So I had to devise a way where I was maximizing my day and my time. So I devised telemedicine long before it was even a thing. Yeah.
You have any upcoming shows?
I do, but they're all private. Nothing public. There is some public East Coast shows. I can't remember where they are right now, but they're in July. But all the announcements and everything for those are always on the website. So again, go to the website, hypnotist.com. There's an email. You can get emails from me and all this other kind of thing and keep up to date as to what's going on. Yeah.
I thought we had an amazing conversation. I hope you did too. I think
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoyed it. Did I miss anything?
Thanks for the opportunity, Mike. I mean, again, you get some great listeners too. Those are great questions. There's no wrong questions. Just again, how we're thinking. And again, you should be fearful to ask the question because I'm going to have an answer for you. You might not like the answer, but I'm going to give you the answer.
Anything I missed throughout the conversation?
No, I think this entire interview was very well rounded. I mean, there's so much more to get into.
Right.
I mean, I could have shown you a couple of different things. Maybe on the next interview, I'll show you some different things and what things you can do. And I did talk to you about how you're a hypnotist as well. And we could talk about how everyone is really a hypnotist as well. And there's a lot of different avenues we can go down. But we covered mostly, again, what the purpose of why I do these interviews is to get the general foundation of what hypnosis is, what it isn't, and let people make a decision for themselves. And if they're ready to move forward, they can contact me. They can go to their local library. They can go on the internet and learn more. So yeah, it just opens up that door to let everyone know that there's a tool out there. This is that natural organic tool to help you to help yourself to overcome anything in your life that's blocking you from not achieving your maximum potential in the lifestyle you want to lead.
So you're in for a part 2 in a couple months? Deal?
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right, can you leave the people with some lasting advice? You did throughout the conversation, but something to just leave the people with, something positive.
Move past your fears and your concerns, that little voice inside your head that you're listening to, the one that when you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror and it programs you automatically and you're not even realizing. When you look in that mirror and you go, you know what, I'm not having a good hair day. That's a negative. Watch your negatives every single day. Remove the words "I can't" from your life and replace it with "I will." And then learn the tools to continuously stay in the "I will," and you'll succeed. It's like going to the gym. You have to do the mental gymnastics every single day, just like we go to the gym every single day to condition our body to be a certain way, to stay healthy, looking good. Well, we don't have enough tools out there, or people don't think we have enough tools out there for conditioning our mind. And we allow the environment to continuously condition that. Why not learn the tools? Hypnosis is that tool. And it's not, again, mystical, all of this nonsense that people conjure up. It's a natural, organic thing you're already doing, just like I explained to you. When you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I'm having a bad hair day. You're already programming yourself. You're not only programming yourself, but then when you walk out of your own home and you get in your car and you drive to your destination, now you're still getting beat up by the world on a subconscious level and sometimes on a direct level, because you get to work, your boss calls you in the office and it's nothing but good, bad. So again, it's like constant bombardment of negative energy. Why not control that?
Awesome. God bless you, brother.
God bless you, my friend, and everyone listening. And again, don't be afraid to contact me. It may take me a couple of days or weeks to get back to you, but I will get back to you personally. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for you, Mike. This is what I'm going to do for you and your listening audience. Anyone listening to this program, 1 week from that date, only 1 week, I'm going to give away a $150 programming system, self-hypnosis programming system, that all you have to do is email me from the website, hypnotist.com, and I will email you an MP3 programming system, $150 value on how to do self-hypnosis so you can improve your life because of this programming, because of this show. And all you have to do is leave in the subject line and in the body of the email, you liked the show, you didn't like the show, I didn't like the way Kevin sounded, I think Mike sounds nasally, whatever it is you want to say.
Oh, man, I thought my allergies were back to normal.
Whatever it is you want to say doesn't matter to us, because Mike and I are professionals and we take the good with the bad. And we know what we're doing, and we're going to continue on our paths of helping people to help themselves. That's why Mike is doing this program and why he takes his time to do what he's doing. So whatever it is you want to say in that email body, but just let me know that you listen to this program, because I do a lot of interviews a week. So it has to be very specific to this, because I don't do this giveaway for everybody. So make sure you tell me the show, the time you listened, and then in the body, whether you liked it, you didn't like it, what we need to do to improve for our second round, because we were boring and we need to lighten it up. I don't know. Whatever you feel as a listening audience, we're always open to suggestions to help improve our lives as well. Right, Mike?
I think you just turned into my co-host, man. Yeah. This is the Mike and Kevin show now.
There you go, brother. So that's all you need to do, and you get a free programming system.
That's badass, man. That is badass. I appreciate that. There's going to be a lot of people who listen to this, and they will email you, because we can all use a little bit of help in our lives. We are not perfect. Absolutely. We're always learning. We're never satisfied. We keep going. We keep pushing. And this is the whole thing about this little thing that we built here, my little group of people that are following the podcast. It's just, man, every day just trying to get a little bit better every day. Surround yourself with great people. And this is just another tool for you to just get better and be a better person. And I love that, man.
Amen, brother.
So awesome.
Amen.
Thanks again to Kevin Stone for coming on. Great show, great episode, great conversation. Again, all of his information is in the show notes, so you can go to it. You can call him, contact him. Do me a favor and email him about the file he's going to send you, $150 value on how to hypnotize yourself and to get you in the right state of mind and get center with yourself in life. It's a weird time in our lives. It's been this way for the last few years, and I just feel like everybody's on edge, and there's not much ease in the world. A lot of negativity, a lot of political talk, and that's a lot of negative stuff. And so we want to stay on the positive side of life. Of course, I talk politics because sometimes you just have to. You want to make sure that your listening audience is up to speed with things, and that's why I do it. But I think if you have any type of phobia, any type of issue, especially on the mental side, I think everything is mental. I think if you are troubled with anxiety or you can't lose weight, a lot of that is mental, right? Our minds are so powerful. And so how do we reprogram the brain like Kevin was talking about? So he can help you with that. And I hope that you get, in any way, fix it if you have it, if you have that sort of issue. Because life is really short. We're all going to go the same way, and might as well do it right. Just do it right. It's hard sometimes to tell ourselves that because we're so locked into life all day. But yeah. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day. We've got some exciting episodes coming up. I am Mike Gabriel. This was Mic'd Up Pod. Until next time, folks, no wasted days. Let's go.